Y'all hear? Investment. I only get what I sow. Identity. I only get what I sow. Increase. I'll get more than I sow. Now watch this. Come on. I'm almost done. Watch this. He says, look at verse 9. And let us not be weary in well-doing. Why? For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Translation, if we don't give up. Meaning what? Watch this. Investment, identity, increase. Here's the next one. Interval. Meaning what? With the increase, I get more than I sow. With the interval, I will get later what I sow. Okay, here it is, here it is, here it is. We expect to plant and reap in the same day. Come on, tell the truth. Tell the truth. You use God like what's that thing called? Slot machine. Yeah, thank you. I knew they knew what it meant. We use God like a slot machine. Meaning what? Watch this. We want instant payout. And some of us, knowing, watch this, I know it. Some of us got money problems, bill problems. But here's what we'll do. Well, I'm going to give this $1 to this homeless man. Now, God, I expect you. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. And we'll let him know, God, I gave to a beggar man today. The point is this, that in the interval, he says, now come on, read it again. I want you to catch it. I really want you to catch this. Verse 9, he says, don't be weary in well-doing. Here it is, for in due season. See, when you plant, you got to wait for the harvest. Meaning what? I've got to wait for God to bring the harvest. Now, come on. If y'all taking notes, write this down. If you don't get nothing, here it is. Because it's going to help your life. I promise you. Due season. What does it mean? Due season is whenever God wants it to be. That just blessed you. It's not tomorrow. It's not today. Due season is whenever God wants it to be. Meaning what? That the sowing, the harvest, is in his time. Remember, I go back to that corn? That corn comes up. I drive by there all the time. All of a sudden, next day, corn. I mean, come on. I really believe somewhere in the night it just did this. God brings the increase, help me hear somebody, in his time. Now watch this. Listen. This is why he says, come on, here it is. Don't be weary in well-doing. For in due season, in God's time, you will reap if you what? Faint not. Come on. I said it earlier. Come on, I'm closing. Watch this. There is a piece of divine intervention that goes with our human responsibility. Meaning what? That while God's going to do his part, we got to do our part. What's our part? Our part is don't be weary in due season. You will reap if you what? Faint not. What's he really mean? In other words, faint not means lose heart. And here's what happens. When you lose heart, you quit sowing. In ministry, nobody shows up. So I'm done. I quit. Guess what you've just done? You've lost your heart. Now, when I was growing up, we used to have something in Philly called fair ones. I don't know if they had in D.C., but baby said, you want to have a fair one? And we take it outside and we settle our differences. That's the way we did it. No guns, no knives. You beat me, cool. I beat you, cool. We settled our differences. But before we got to the street, we woofed. Sold wolf tickets. Man, when I get you outside, I'm going to beat you down. You don't want none of this. Man, hold me back. What? I'll pimp slap you. What? We used to woof. Why? Because all the time woofing, we were saying to ourselves, please don't let me go to the street. Please don't. I don't want to go to that street. Brother Rick, I really don't want to go to the street. But we used to woof. Why? Because in the woof process, we tried to take somebody's heart. Because if I could take your heart, I won the fight already. Are y'all with me here? Mike Tyson used to get in the ring and win in one round. Why? Folk were scared to death to get in the ring with Mike Tyson. You could see them on their face. And he hit them with one punch, boom, they gone. Before the fight started, he took their heart until one person finally knocked him out. And when he got knocked out, everybody said, oh, he could get knocked out. He says, don't faint, don't lose heart, don't quit sowing. Because God wants to bless you. You're going to reap if you faint not. Don't give up in ministry. Don't give up on your marriage. Don't give up in relationships. It may not look right now, but God says, keep working on it. Keep planting the seed. Keep sowing. Keep watering. And in due season, what's due season? God's time. Now, somebody said, well, what's God's time? Come on, you heard the old saints say, he may not come when you want him, but in due season, he's right on time. Don't give up. Don't faint. Lastly, verse 10, he says, and as we have opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are what? Of the household of faith. You know, I think it's interesting how we treat other people versus how we treat our own. Meaning what? That we tend to do more for folks and see folks that we know from church and act like we don't know them. And I don't know if it's because we places where neither one of y'all should have been. Somebody will get that one. But the key here is, he says, we ought to do good. Now watch this. In our investment, as God prospers us, as God blesses us, as he gives us abilities, talents, and gifts, we are to bless other people. The principle of sowing and reaping says, bless somebody. Now here's what we'll do. We'll give to charities, United Way. Come on, some of us got money coming out of our checks for United Way. We'll give money to different charities. In our household, a truck comes by every now and then and picks up old clothes. When's the last time you asked somebody of the household of faith if they were in need? See, because he says, be good, especially to them who are the household of faith. Meaning what? You ain't got to give to the United Way. We got some United Way up in the house. We got some folks in way right now. But how often do we reach out to those who you worship and fellowship with every day?